Hello, welcome. I was only going to make like one video today, but you know, this is actually the second video. I have one planned. So if there's two videos up at the time that I'm recording this one, guess what? I actually went through and recorded both of them in one day. So, new season in tanks. This thing. This thing exists. The AVRE might be one of the dumbest things that they've added into this game next to the Tehran, but it's dumb in a way that it's funny, more so in a way that it's just fucking broken. Anyways, I'm gonna do a live game in it, just to show you a little bit what I mean. There's probably gonna be a bunch of these fucking things, because people have been covering it, and it's out. It's known that this thing's a little funky. It's a little funky. It's a funky little tank. It's not really a little tank, but you know, go with it. You know, I'm saying you know a lot, and I'm being very self-conscious about it. Anyways, the AVRE has two ammunitions. It has standard hash and premium hash. Premium hash, of course, has more pen, but it does slightly less damage. It's still 1100 damage, though, with like 240 pen, so it's a lot. This tank basically exists to delete things like the shit barn and the 50-51 over there. The only drawback is that it has no gun depression over the front because of the anti-mine bulldozer. However, you have like 10 degrees of gun depression off the sides. So, if you can get in a position where you can go hold down using the sides of the tank, congratulations, you're using the Centurion. I know that sounded really snarky, but in reality, that's what you have to do to make this thing work. You kind of have to risk getting shot in the fucking side of the tank, hope and pray to the almighty, like, RNGesus that, the tracks eat anything that could do a shit ton of damage. Or you just kind of, you know, you just kind of vibe, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Anyways, as you can probably tell, the differences between this and a normal Centurion as far as mobility are concerned is not super much, all things considered, and I'm kind of horrified by the fact that this thing goes about the same speeds as a Centurion. It's a little bit slower in some cases, but like, you're not going to really notice all that much. Their entire team is over there on that other flank, aren't they? If so, that means I'm gonna get some free shots on some stuff. Cause like, the downsides to this tank are that you don't ever want to like crest a ridge with the front of your tank, because like, literally the front of the tank is probably the worst thing. The worst place to get shot in this. Your turret is a Centurion turret. Like, it's gonna bounce a lot more than you think it will. As long as you can hide the hull. But, you know, don't rely on it. This is gonna be a shit game. Because they're kind of stuck here. Unless we can deal with that. Never mind. Can't deal with the AMX. Not gonna happen. That G-Sword is in a dangerous spot, but then again, he doesn't really have anything to contest it. Light tank's bailed. Can't really push because there's a lot of tanks on the other ridge. However, if we can get to a position to shoot said tanks on the other ridge, that would be pretty baller. I'm saying a lot of outdated terms here. This is what I like about this tank, by the way, is, you don't need to pen anything. Ow, thank you for that. Disappearing for a second because he just got heat spammed from that other flank. This is the problem with this particular instance. Can't really do anything here because the team kind of disintegrated. Because of the tank destroyers over across the way. We're not dealt with. So, helping. We'll just try to be opportunistic here and try to stay hidden. Because if we can get rid of those TDs, then we might have a decent chance here. The only good thing about that thing on the front of the fucking tank is the fact that it's literally just spaced armor. Back up here and see if I can to a position to bully that E5, or at least back up to a point where I can bully the things that are with the E5. Because, like, I'm alone up here, which you don't want to be in this tank. I can already tell you because, like, as you can tell, like, my reload's okay-ish, because, like, I have a fully kitted out crew here. I have, the, like, vents and, advanced loader. So, like, I have the best possible reload that I think I can have. I think I even have the, skill on this commander that increases my reload speed once my health reaches a certain point. Oh, that was a terrible fucking aimed shot. But yeah, as you can tell, I can kind of play the ridgeline game as long as I can hide the hull. But yeah, if anything ever gets a bit of your hull, you're kind of fucked. That was a terrible game. Just purely because the entire enemy team was on the other side of the map. Sad. Yeah, no, like, most games have been putting up somewhere around, like, the 2.5 to 3k damage mark, which I feel like is an average expectation for this tank. You're gonna have to play opportunistic. You're gonna have to, like, kind of rely on your team to not disintegrate around you. Which, I know. So, basically, what I'm saying is, tank's really silly. It does a stupid amount of damage if you can get good shots. Like, I've pinned that VK before, because I got, like, little bits of side and rear shots with the standard Hesh. Because, like, 185 pen is nothing to laugh at when it comes to Hesh. Because you get a nice flank shot or an engine deck shot on something with this gun, it's gonna pen. Like, it's a 165mm gun. This thing's gonna pen a lot of tanks just because of the caliber. And nothing is as satisfying as hitting that full pen and seeing 1400 roll off of something while they panic and bounce off of your turret because you're a Centurion. But, like, basically the Centurion AVRE is... it's kind of like the Shitborn. It plays a lot like the Shitborn, except you actually have a turret that's not going to get pinned by HE. So, essentially, you can punish these tanks. You can punish the Shitborn. You can punish the Grilla 15. You can punish the, God forbid you see a Borsig and just delete it from existence. Like, Anything that has no armor, the AVRE is just gonna absolutely rip in half. If you actually manage to see or find the location of a Tehran, you can delete it pretty quickly. The problem is, it's probably going to basically rip all of your health away before you can kill it. But you can at least take 1400 away from it if you see it. Look at that, I blocked nearly 5,000 damage. See, like, that's the thing that I think makes this tank better, at least consistency-wise, than something like the Shit Barn or the Bar. And yes, I'm comparing it to the Bar because that's a comparable gun. You cannot compare this thing to the Sturm Tiger. Like, the Sturm is a different kind of derp. Is also a giant fucking box. So I would never compare the two, because you can't. They're very different. But yeah, no, can I say that I approve of their, willingness to put this fucking thing in the game? No. Honestly, I think they're going like a bit much on the derpy tanks, like... Especially making it a tier 10 premium. Like... Yes, the AVRE is something that people have asked for in the past. But, you know, I just don't see why they would put that in here. That being said, is it the most fun that I've had in the game in a while? Yes, yes it is. Should it be in the game though? Probably not. To be quite honest with you, I don't think they should have added this. Just because doing shit like that in a tier 10, just being like, oh look, it's another tier 10 tank, let me just point and click at it for like 400 of its health. Are you going to consistently do like 400 by doing point and clicks? No, absolutely not, because it's Hesh. It's a high explosive squash head ammunition. Like, it's not a consistent round in the sandbox, and it's definitely not going to be a consistent round in the sandbox. I'm gonna change flanks. This flank is a little saturated. But like, all things considered, the only really big drawback to this gun, per se, is the aim time. Because after you've actually aimed in, this thing has no issues hitting targets. Which, in the long run, I feel like is going to be a problem. It's worth a shot. Short term, I see this thing being, like, heavily oversaturated because of all the videos and stuff on it, if people pay attention to those. Hi, 113, do you have any help? Or are you alone? Because if you're alone, I'm gonna just bully you. Correction, I guess I'm just gonna get bullied. Now they move. It's like, you could 100% get a full pinning shot on the 113 with the standard Hesh. You 100% can. I'm like, with the mobility of this tank, once you get going, it keeps that momentum pretty well. I don't really see too many major drawbacks for this thing, to be honest. Which I feel like, one, makes it more fun to play, but at the same time, I can't see more of these things being... well, more of these things like populating lobbies being a good thing overall. Like, this is one of the things you have to weigh when you're balancing. Is like, is it fun to play? Yes. Is it healthy for the overall environment of the game? If the answer to that is ever no, you might need to rethink how you design things and what your, like, priorities are. Because you might have a problem. Okay, I'm gonna assume that was the light tank that, rolled around. Well, they're rolling our team now. That's unfortunate. We literally just lost, like, half of our team in, like, a matter of minutes. I guess the one good thing about the AVRE is if you can actually get a good shot on Artie, you can damn near one-shot them. See, I low-rolled and damn near one-shot that Artie. It's just all that this is. It's just a matter of, like, okay, what can I do and what can't I do with this tank? You have to really, like, push it, see what the limits of the actual vehicle are to get, like, a good feel of it. Fuck, that's an E4. Shit. I like that the E4 somehow managed to shoot, like, the one bit of spaced armor that my tank has. Last tank left, and I'm gonna get HE'd to death here, probably. Oh my god, I actually didn't get HE'd to death there. Holy shit. Well, 4,000 damage. I'll take it. 4,000 damage and we blocked an E4. But yeah, that's basically all you can hope to do in this tank, is just... yeah. Like, it's got good DPM, actually, considering how big of a gun this is, and how derpy it is. The accuracy's decent, as long as you let it aim in. And, like, genuinely, I think it's a lot more versatile than it needs to be, but it still requires teammates to kind of, like, distract for you, so you can take advantage of it. Long story short, opportunistic tank. Look for spots that you can get, like, cheeky side shots, engine deck shots, anything that's made out of paper. Basically, that's it. You get that, you're gonna like this tank. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope to see you again in the next one. Let me know if there's anything you want to see me cover next, and or if you have any comments, please let me know. As always, I'll see you next time.